We've just received our latest jailbreak update with the goal of bringing back OG Jailbreak's vibe. The vibe that everyone missed and was what made the game popular to begin with. But one of the things that bad mode did was actually remove rolling, and a lot of players are not happy about that. In this video, we're going to break down piece by piece why rolling was added to the game to begin with, and how this change is actually beneficial for not just Jailbreak, but for all of us. But before we even touch that, let's rewind 2 years back. On June 1st, 2023, Badamo made a tweet about the addition of rolling. The tweet didn't explicitly say what their goal was with rolling, however we can infer that they wanted to add a fun and unique feature into the game. However, Asimo did announce that if rolling was too weird, they would remove it. Now, remember this because this is going to be a key point later on into the video. And the comments were pretty mixed. For the most part, people seemed pretty chill about it. People didn't mind it, but there were also people who weren't really requesting for this change. Sure enough, the update released and the players learned to roll. As time went on, however, the players started to get used to it, and they started discovering new text that came along with it. Fast forward 2 years later, on October 22nd, 2025, Asimo announced that this feature would be removed. Now, as you'd expect, most people who were already used to this feature were mad. Now, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to miss the rolling feature. In fact, USB and other YouTubers made the point that rolling was a cool tech, and it was a mechanism used especially in closed spaces. I don't disagree with you, USB. I use it too, and not just in enclosed spaces. Take a look at this clip that I hit on a toxic YouTuber. While rolling wasn't the main tech used in this scenario, it still helped me successfully pull off the whole thing. Because if I didn't roll, I wouldn't have made it in time to him. So yes, I agree with you. Rolling did make some things easier. However, your demeanor in certain parts of your video sounded like these scenarios would be impossible without the ability to roll, which is completely false. In fact, in all of your scenarios where it's cop versus criminal, another tool I'm sure a lot of you are forgetting could be used. It's the glider. It's literally the glider. The glider can be used to juke cops. And for cops, it makes busting the bank just a whole lot easier. When rolling was added, all of the other items started to get used less, and having cool items that aren't but could be utilized in combat or the game as a whole is also not good. Additionally, Metal Sentry made this claim at the beginning of his video. Roll the clip.
So moving around in the game is pretty boring, and all of the depth that it once had is completely gone. Because when you are playing a video game, moving and controlling your character should just be inherently fun. That's like one of the most essential things you need to get down in a video game.
This claim is true, but it ultimately depends on the genre. Games like Islands, Bed Wars, Big Paintball, Dungeon, and Treasure Quest, and other games that don't have anything special to do with their movement controller, the movement system is pretty much the same, but it's the items that make the game engaging, no? Tell me, would you have fun playing Bed Wars or Islands without the items? I'd assume not. The same goes for Jailbreak, except Jailbreak also has items. Exactly, the items that we were discouraged from using because rolling was a feature. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? The movement system doesn't have as much as an impact on games as you think it would. So you can't pinpoint Jailbreak's movement system as the reason why it's quote-unquote boring. See, I would list some other examples like Grow a Garden and Steal a Brain Run, but I'd rather not talk too much about those games because those games are, well, those games. Another claim you made throughout your video is that Jailbreak lacks creativity.
Rolling offers the player a bunch of maneuverability, and it gives the player the opportunity to be creative with that maneuverability. And now, with the removal of rolling, we don't have any of that. There is no creativity allowed in this game. Nope, no fun allowed.
That is also not true. Removing a mechanism doesn't mean we can't just fall back onto the other features that made the game fun. Remember, the glider is still a thing, bro. You could still do some funny shenanigans with the glider. The energy drink is also a thing too. Dogs are here as well, and again, there's a whole bunch of funny shenanigans that you can do with them as well. and Badamo has the ability to refine and improve current items, which they have a good opportunity to do right now. But enough with the debunking for right now. Why did Asimo actually remove rolling? On September 13, 2025, Asimo announced that he wanted to give Jailbreak its original aura that current Jailbreak didn't have. This started the Aura Improvement Project. Over time, he's been making some changes, not just bringing back old things in Jailbreak, but ultimately improving them. One of the changes he stumbled across was rolling, and I think this was quite inevitable, and I don't think this was necessarily relating to Prison Life updating, as Asimo had plans to bring back the original feel of Jailbreak. And again, all of this is a step in the right direction. If you're still here watching this, could you really quickly find me the tweet where Asimo said he was going to keep rolling and that he would never touch it or interfere with it whatsoever? I'll wait. Oh, what's that? Did you find it? No? Oh, what a surprise. It's almost like he mentioned that it had a possibility of being removed one day. People made the argument that rolling made robberies easier. That's fair, I'm not denying that. But again, your demeanor is implying that it's all of a sudden impossible to do these robberies. Keep in mind, every single robbery in Jailbreak was made and created without rolling in mind. The game was designed without rolling as a key aspect in mind at all. So many people think that the world is ending because Jailbreak is removing rolling. While in reality, out of the 8 years that Jailbreak has been out, you guys have only had rolling for 2. Not even half. With the removal of rolling, you're playing the game as you should be. And tell me, when did the addition of rolling ever once spike Jailbreak's player count? Yeah, I didn't think so. I honestly think that people just need to wake up and realize that yes, while rolling allowed us to do some really cool and fun things in Jailbreak, just because rolling is getting removed doesn't mean the world is ending. The same thing bringing rolling didn't spike Jailbreak's player count. It's also likely the same reason why removing it won't affect the game too much either. And it's a nice transition for the other big chunk of surprises that Badamo has planned for us in the future. Badamo is doing a great job with all the changes, and it's kind of the reason the prior updates have been coming. The addition of rolling significantly reduced and discouraged the creative use of other items. This video wasn't made to call anyone out, nor was this video created to start beef with Middle Century and USB Drive. I'm just stating my honest opinion. With that said, I want to thank all of you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.